All right, so I'm going to go through a little bit. Got my Friedman, and I'm going to talk about the Sick As and the Unit 67, but in two separate videos, I think, because I keep trying to do this in one video and it doesn't work out. I'm using a Ditto, and I did try to compare the Sick As to a Plexitone and a full tone OCD and OD 808, and it actually is a really great pedal. So I'm going to play a little bit and see what we get. So on the Friedman amp, I only have two channels, and they're both dirty. Like one's plexi, so if I on the bridge pickup in humbuckery mode, right, and then I have like the brown eye mode. Right, so in plexi mode, what I can do is I can roll back the volume. And then I can go to split the coils. To approximate a clean amp. So on the Sick As, like what this is essentially it's kind of a full range overdrive. It's different from the from like the OD 808 and all the other kind of tube screamery ones, in that the tube screamers all have a huge mid peak, so they cut through in the mids and then they kind of roll off the lows and highs. That's a kind of common behavior for them. For the Sick As, it's more like an amplifier kind of front end, so it gives the distortion you'd expect if you turned up the gain knob on a relatively low gain amp. Actually, this put out a fair amount of gain. And you can tune it. It's got a treble and a bass knob and a level knob and a gain knob, and then it's also got a switch that kind of will cut the lows a little bit if you are getting too much lows. But essentially, you know, it gives, you know, really good kind of like, you won't know this isn't an amp kind of crunch to it. So if I start there, and I put on Sick As, turn the gain up. This is on, the gain's on 12 o'clock, so if I go to like 3 o'clock, so probably you can get a little bit Gilmore-y here. I'm gonna go into the neck pickup. To 12 o'clock on the gain, and then rolling the guitar up, volume up, and that's again on the bridge split versus the amp itself. So I'm getting a little crunch from the amp, but with the pedal. And if I go to the full humbucker mode, this is the amp pedal. So it really, like, it just sounds like you turned the amp gain up, even though in this channel I can't. So that's a really nice pedal. It's, you know, compared to these other ones that tend to have, you know, peaks in frequency, this one tends to be more like, this is your amp on steroids. And then if I go to my amps, you know, really heavy channel, then this still stacks on that nicely. bass cut thing. I don't know exactly what it does. It's just a switch on the overdrive, but yeah, it works really nicely, and it stays very clean, you know, very clear, I should say, up to quite high gains. So this is with, again, the high gain channel on my amp, and then I'm going to turn the gain on the Sick As up to 3 o'clock. So, really cool pedal. I think it's a keeper.